How far would you drive to meet a guy for a date?
How long can you drive to go on a first date? You guys, I don't know that some people can drive 4 hours to go on a first date to go and meet man. This woman did a story time and she said she drove 4 hours going. No, it's not going and coming. Going 4 hours, coming back another 4 hours. That's 8 hours to go and meet man, to go on a date with somebody that. Hey, let me show you all the video that will come back and talk about it.
How far would you drive to meet a guy for a date? So I'm sharing the mistakes that I made so that hopefully someone else doesn't have to learn like the hard way like I did. But so, I meet this guy on a dating app and we were getting along really well. We eventually like moved off the app and I shared my phone number and we were talking every day for like at least a week. And so he had talked about like coming to see me. So he lived in Houston, which was like 4 hours away from me. So it was like a little bit of like an arrangement, like planning needing to be made, right? And so he plans to come see me, and then like right before the trip he says like his car broke down and it's in the shop, and so he didn't know when it would be fixed. So I was like, oh, that's fine, like maybe I can come to you, right? Because we were getting along really well. And he was like, I would love it if you could do that. So at first I was like, do I really want to drive to like meet this guy? Like, is that a little bit weird? Do I look thirsty or some type of way going to go meet him? But I also wanted to be understanding because I do understand like things happen. And it just so happened to be like a weekend where we were both going to be free. And I was working like 7 days a week, guys. So like having that weekend free like was like my window. So it's like Friday and I'm like, I can just go see him. I pack up my car. I head to Houston and it's like a 4 hour drive there, right? I'm about an hour away and I call him and I'm like, hey, like surprise, like I'm about to be in your city. And at first he was like really excited and he was like, oh my gosh, like, thanks for coming all this way for me. He asked me like where I was going to be staying and I was like, I'm not sure yet. Like I'm calling all the hotels in the area to try and get a room for tonight. And so he's like, oh, you can just stay with me. Well, I didn't feel comfortable staying with him because I like didn't know him. And so I was like, no, it's okay. Like, I'll get a hotel. I'm just like struggling right now because I've been trying to call for the last 30 minutes and all of them are booked because of the marathon was that weekend in town. So I'm like, let me just keep trying and then I'll call you. So another 30 minutes goes by and I still do not have a hotel for the night. And at this point, it's like 10 p.m. So I call him again and I'm like, hey, like I'm still looking for a hotel. Like I have not been able to get one. He gets so angry. He starts yelling at the like top of his lungs. Like he is telling like how irresponsible of me was it to like drive without having a clear plan on like where I was going to stay for the night. And I'm like so taken aback because I'm like you're right, like I should have had a plan, but also like I don't know, I was trying to be spontaneous and like surprise you and stuff. So I'm over here thinking like it's fine, like I'll keep looking even if I have to go like outside of the main city where he was staying to like get a hotel, right? I was thinking it's like no big deal, definitely not worth like going on a huge yelling rant for. And I think that just kind of like freaked me out because I kept trying to like speak in like a quieter, like calming tone to like see if he would come down. And then he didn't. He just like kept getting more angry. And so I was like, okay, yeah, like this isn't a character trait that I am particularly like attracted to, because if you're like having a disagreement and you're not able to regulate your emotions from like up here to here, that kind of scares me a little bit. So I was like, ooh, like I said, you know what? It's okay. Like, don't worry about it. And so I call around, I get a hotel within the next like 10 to 15 minutes, but I ended up having to pay like a hefty price. Like I think that hotel was like $350 for the night because it was the marathon was happening. And so I was like, ouch. But at the same time, like, it was what was available. So I did it. Well, I was so turned off by the yelling at me, so I didn't call him again after that. I stayed at that hotel for the night. The next day, I went and had like a really nice lunch. So I had like a luxury bath at the hotel. I treated myself to like a fancy lunch before driving all the way back another 4 hours. And so, like, it was just a lesson learned. Like, for me personally, do not make the drive to go see a guy for the first time. And if you do, definitely do not drive 4 hours, like, I don't know, maybe 30 minutes. Like, if he's asking, like, can you meet me halfway, and it's like an hour drive and you meet 30 minutes, sure. Anything more than that, I don't know. Like, from my personal experience, I'm gonna have to, like, say no. It's a no for me. Okay? But how far would you drive to meet a guy for the first time? Like, put it in the comments.
Then I went to the comment section. She was not the only person. And that's why we are talking about this video. How many of you, how many hours have you got? Hey, 4 hours. That's like traveling to meet somebody for the first time. I'm not saying you should not travel to go meet your boyfriend, to go meet your, you know. But you're meeting somebody for the first time. We'll meet halfway. Oh. If it's 4 hours to get to you, we're gonna meet halfway. So if at all we are vibing, we've been texting and we've been having some phone calls and all of that, we are going to meet halfway. Unless maybe I'm coming to that city, I'm coming to that place to do something else, maybe for a vacation or something or work, then I can use the opportunity to see you. But me living, driving, you guys should drove 4 hours to go and meet him. And the way the story went is like he doesn't even have a car. And he started getting angry over her, saying that she cannot sleep at his place. When you see a dusty ass, you will know. And I personally feel like with the conversation going, you should be able to tell if this person makes sense or not. But the thing is that some of the time, these men can be very corny and manipulative. You will not even know if they have sense or not until you see them. Then she had to book a hotel for $350. Hey! How many hours have you drove down to go on a date? What's the longest hour you can do? Is it 30 minutes? Is it 15 minutes? Is it 5 minutes? Is it a walking distance? Is it 2 days drive? I feel like some people must have done more than that. Because when I went to the comment section, some people were like, I've also done 4 hours or I've done 5 hours. Some said they traveled all the way and the date was not good. He could not even pay. In fact, there was one that I saw. The lady said in the comment section, she said she went on a date and it was that long drive as well. When she got there, he told her that we're going to split the bill 50-50. Hey, see, there's a level of patience I'm going to get. I don't think I can be patient. What do you mean 50-50? After driving should we call this desperate? I don't think this is desperation. I don't know if I should call this desperation, like she's so desperate to want to be in a relationship. That's why you have to drive all the way. I don't think I should call it that. Maybe she just felt like I don't know. I don't think I should call it desperation, because should we call this desperation for driving all the way for 4 hours to go and see a man? Desperation in the sense that you're so desperate that you have to need a man, you have to want a man. You can meet up with someone online with a dating app and all of that, and the location can be very far. And somebody that is flexible, child free, and all of that, it can be easy for you to just move around. So if you're moving around to just maybe, or probably you like to travel around, and probably you're talking to somebody from a particular city in a particular country, you can do that with your own, like, okay, I'm going to this place to go and have fun while I see this person, not all the way just because of somebody you're talking to. What if you get there and his number is not going, his phone is switched off? Because there was a story time of one woman that was saying that she was in the same taxi or something with a woman, and she came all the way to go on a date with a man she had been chatting online, and it got dark. The guy, she was chatting with the guy with the dating app thing, so they don't even have each other's number. You don't have the person you're going to see his number, and you came all the way, you traveled all the way to come and see man, and you don't have his number. Anyway, she was stranded and the woman had to help her. And when she described the man, luckily for her, it was the same neighborhood and she knows the person. And the woman was like, that man is a very dangerous person. Like, he's not somebody that you can, trust around with a stranger, or a stranger can trust, because especially when you're a woman. So the woman kind of like advised her that, gave her the number and be like, just be careful and don't, lose guard. The longer and short is, you traveled all the way to go and see a man and you don't have his number just because you're talking on an app. You're talking on a dating app. When you land at that country or at that city and his number is the app is not working? Oh, what if you're not gonna be stranded? So that is why sometimes when you want to do something like that, do you just, okay, I want to drive 4 hours because I love driving and because I don't have a problem to visit that city. I've always wanted to get something around that city, so I don't have a problem with it. Do that. But to drive all the way to go and have a first date. Oh my, I cannot do it though. You guys, can you do it? Let me know your thought down in the comment section. Respectfully, Ichigo Mara David, and thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this one. Please like and share and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.